As a kid, I had absolutely no idea what anime was, since like everyone else around me, I thought it was basically American cartoons with a twist. Which is kinda ironic since if I ever try calling it Japanese cartoons, the anime community would absolutely eviscerate me out of existence. So yeah, when I was around 9 to 12 years old, I vividly remember watching my first anime series since fortunately enough, for me, my dad bought me two anime CDs since DVDs were a thing back then. If you're Gen Z and don't know what that is, then it's basically a device that you can use to watch movies and series on your TV without internet or smartphones, since those weren't exactly as widely adopted as yet. My first experience was pretty much okay, being that my gateway anime was Naruto and Dragon Ball. So you couldn't exactly go wrong with those, especially because on the Dragon Ball side of it, my first experience was Cooler vs. Goku, the first movie, which was pretty fire, not gonna lie. I definitely loved it to death since I'd watch it until the CD was literally scratched up so badly from my manhandling it that it was left unwatchable. It had epic battles, transformations, superpowers, so even though I barely even understood what was going on, it was still pretty amazing. And I still love that movie to this very day, but don't tell anyone since today I'm pretty much kinda known as that one guy in my anime friend group who will consistently make fun of Dragon Ball Super because of how many BS takes place in the anime. So keep it hush hush. We can't let them ever hear that I even remotely complimented Dragon Ball. I gotta admit though that I actually do like Dragon Ball, which you can kinda learn more about by watching my top anime I've ever watched video. Yes, I just shamelessly plugged one of my most cringe videos I've ever made on this channel. I'm musing that it aged well enough even though it's like from 2017. Anyways, Dragon Ball is actually a pretty awesome series, so I gotta give props to the absolute legend Akira Toriyama for crafting this amazing series. It was an incredible ride and I loved almost every minute of it. May you rest in peace at the ripe age of 68. You truly are the grandfather of Shonen Battle Series. Your 40 years was a good one, although I kinda wish you had more since I really wanted to see you write the rematch for Goku vs. Beerus to break the internet again. The next of the two series that I could vividly remember watching is, as I said before, Naruto, which to be completely honest didn't have the luxury of the great first impression since the first episode I got to experience was something with a creature called Ambo or something. I don't quite remember exactly how it went, but it was pretty much a filler episode, although I didn't know at the time, but still it was pretty much dog poop. The series did redeem itself though, since my next exposure to it was the Gara retrieval arc, which a younger version of me pretty much got sold on when I saw Kakashi using the 1,000 years of death technique on Naruto. In fact, I was so sold on the series at that point that I was literally using it as my signature move when I was playing imaginary power fights with my friends. Yes, while all of my friends at the time were using Rasengan, Kamehameha, Chidori, and Gallic Gun, I was using the Leaf Fillet Secret Jutsu, 1,000 Years of Death, and surprisingly enough, I was winning! On account of no one not wanting someone to stuck 4 fingers up their booty. Moving on, the next memorable anime I got to the pleasure of experiencing, which I'm dubbing the anime of my childhood, is a little known older anime series called Tokyo Underground, which I still think is peak up to the point where Ruri gets abducted by the people of the underground. If I'm allowed to show a clip, then you should be seeing the scene that had me hooked. on the series on screen
freshman,
right now.
I don't remember giving you permission to talk to girls, and certainly not to hold their hand.
Oh, come on, you guys. It's my first day of school. Don't you think it's kind of rude to make a girl cry when she's hanging out with her boyfriend? You stupid pinheads! This is bad, Rumina. Jinosuke, exactly how long have you and I known each other for? Since kindergarten, you dolt! So do you think I'd lose to that bald moron over there? Huh?
That bald moron!
My perfect high school fantasy!
Oh, so you forgot, huh? Your one true dream.
Damn! Now I just sign myself up to fight these brain-dead greaseballs every day! Great. Now I'm gonna have to deal with all of them.
Please, I give up!
That's right! Come get some!
Hey, wait, hold on, Rumina. What are you doing? That's my new umbrella.
Who the heck is this guy?
No, stop! Leave my umbrella alone!
I gotta sleep.
Now let's check out the hot stares of the girls in love with their new hero. I can't believe he took out those punks by himself. Does he want to be the new gang lord or something?
He's just so scary.
Huh?
I bet you he was super bad in junior high.
Stay away from him. He's got those crazy eyes.
No, wait! What about my perfect high school life?
It's actually kind of unfortunate how this anime, my absolutely favorite anime of all time, became lost to time after I watched the CD into oblivion. And it's kind of poetic that years later, around 2017 to 2018, I was able to find this series thanks to a friend of mine, only to realize that it ended like dog poop. I truly think that was an anime original ending, because if the original source material actually had the balls to pull such a bullshit ending after so many unnecessary ass pulls in the underground, then I'm actually shocked it even got an anime. So yeah, it was almost as if fate itself hid this series from me for like a better part of a decade, because fate knew how dog poop the ending was. Perhaps someday I'll see it if it actually had a manga that I can read to find out. But for now, I'm too lazy for that, especially since the ending left such a bad taste in my mouth that I could almost envision it showing up in a mother's basement biggest trash of the early 2000s video. Yeah, it's actually that bad. But hey, around that time I had a smartphone and discovered a website/app known as YouTube thanks to a friend of mine called Kurtaku. If you haven't realized by now, I totally ripped this idea from him since I was inspired by watching his discovering anime video. Like, I know I give that guy a hard time by roasting him, or when he says dumb things about my favorite animes, and I even made a hour-long roast of Kurtaku video, which you should also totally check out if you're interested. Regardless, what I usually say about him, Kurtaku, is much better than I give him credit for. I just like giving the guy a hard time. He probably knows that by now, since almost every time I see him, I'm either giving him a hard time because I'm a sarcastic dude, or I'm a hardcore riding Reinhardt's meat because of how OP he is. I should probably do a video power scaling him, another OP character, but that would definitely disappoint Kurtaku into skipping it, since he doesn't want to see me wanking off Reinhardt anymore, since I never seem to zip him back up after any overpowered characters are mentioned. But hey, if there's a meat to ride, power scalers will ride it and even do backflips on it. Set the programmer has definitely proved that over the years since when it comes to Goku.
That being said, while it may have seemed like a crazy Goku meat riding session here, I really had to hammer that home.
It's over 9,000. Where was I again? Oh yeah. On YouTube, I stumbled into an anime YouTuber called The Anime Zone. Well, I'm not gonna lie, here I was straight up using it to sail in the high seas and parrot anime. After watching the YouTuber called The Anime Zone, that eventually ended up rebranding as Giggle, I learned a lot about anime, where and how it was made, so he pretty much became my favorite anime YouTuber until Nox Taco, who inspired me to create my own YouTube channel. But that's a different story for another day. I later go on to discover cultured anime series such as Infinite Stratos, Makinki, and High School DxD in that order. And well, DxD is pretty much a legend at this point, so I'll save talking about it for a later day if I end up making a video about it. Makinki is okay, but the cameraman in that series are such perverts that it's too much for even me. I know I said I'm a guy who loves plot in anime, but the plot in that anime actually consistently distracts me from the actual plot of the story. I'm not even entirely sure what it was even about really, probably boobies. And of course, there was my guilty pleasure Infinite Stratos, which was my favorite ecchi anime of the time. Ecchi basically just means it has a lot of sexy stuff without any of that fancy two-person push-ups happening like in Hen that wears a tie. Sorry, I'm not gonna say it since I kinda wanna monetize this video on YouTube, and YouTube is YouTube. Of course, I was also bullied back then for watching anime, since it was pretty much cartoon that talks funny. So me blazing my Japanese anime openings in front of my friends didn't help, since if it's not a song in English, you're automatically gonna get bullied for it. But no need to sweat it, I was also basically a bully as well. These days I spend my time bullying dumb anime plots, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, you all know why I like anime, I guess. I'm Sensei, formerly Copyright Master, since I changed my name to something a little more original, since I heard from Gigup that it helps to brand your channel. And you want to know what else I've heard? I heard that you are going to hit that like and subscribe button since you watched the video this far, meaning that you probably enjoyed it. This isn't a joke. I'm going to need you to press that like and subscribe button. Have a great day or night, whatever time you happen to be watching this, and peace out. See you in the next one. Awesome weebs.